Hi everyone, and welcome to Dola's Creative TV channel. My name is Veronica Olivier and I am a mixed media artist. And welcome to my studio. Sunday is Mother's Day. And I remember my grandmother having a box with all the little keepsakes we as children gave her. So this week we are going to make a memory box. All I need for this project is a sturdy shoebox, some dollar mediums and craft paints, as well as bits and pieces that is lying around in the house, and a few craft bits, and I'm going to make a beautiful memory box that she can use to keep all the photos and memory of her grandchildren. I am going to start by giving the lid a coat of white gesso. Gesso is an acrylic primer that you apply to your canvases or any other substrate to prepare it for painting. I have this beautiful natural looking box that I'm going to use, but unfortunately on the side there was a label attached. So what I'm going to do to cover that is just to collage the sides with really old magazine papers. I'm just tearing it up into little pieces, and I'm just randomly going to paste it with the acrylic gel medium to the sides of the box. The gel medium not only acts as a glue, but also gives it a protective layer and makes it easy for me to apply paints or inks or stamps over the book pages. I'm going to use my fingers and just rub some craft paint between the pieces of book pages, and I'm slightly going to rub it away with a wet wipe to give it a vintage look and feel. Once the paint is dry, I'm just going to coat it with the acrylic gel medium to seal it. Now that the white gesso on the lid is dry, I am going to paint it with craft paint. Because I'm using a natural looking box, I am going to keep my paint and decorations natural. I have 3 granddaughters, so I'm making this box for myself. I'm going to use buttons and twine and fabric to make 3 little girly stick figures to represent my 3 granddaughters. You can literally use anything. If you prefer, you can use pictures of your children, you can draw stick figures, paint them, even let the children use thumbprints for faces, or use their handprints on the box, anything to represent them. I am now just going to cut 3 little dresses with the shwe shwe fabrics that I chose, and I'm going to use the twine for the arms and legs and form little stick figures. I already have crocheted flowers that I'm going to use, and I'm going to add some buttons just to decorate the box. I'm putting everything to the side and I'm going to glue it on later. I am going to use a stencil to add some texture to the background and to create a vintage look and feel before I glue down my little stick figures and the rest of my craft bits and pieces. Remember, when you do stenciling with a stencil brush, you dab off some of the paint and almost use a dry brush. A vintage effect, I would normally use the dollar antique rub, but today I am going to show you a little trick to make your own rub, or even if you want to use a color that is not available in the rub, you can simply use oil paint and a few drops of linseed oil and you will get the same effect. The linseed oil alters the consistency of the oil paint, which makes it easy to rub it on the canvas as you would rub antique rub. And then it also comes off when you use a soft rag to create your vintage or weathered background. With a soft dry cloth, I am simply going to rub over my homemade antique rub over the background to tone it down a bit and prepare it for me to add all my little features that I want to put on top of the lid. I painted wooden letters to spell out grandkids, and I'm just going to place all my features on the box to make sure that I glue them on the right spaces, and I am going to leave the right side of the box lid empty because that's where I want to add some ribbon to make a closure for the box. I am going to use gel medium to glue down my little stick figures, and I will use a glue gun for the wooden letters, the flowers, and the painted hearts with their names and birth dates. To close the box, I am going to use this piece of natural ribbon, and I stitched some Velcro to the sides, and I'm going to glue it to the bottom of the box so that it is easy to open and close it, and the ribbon won't get lost. And there you have it, a beautiful memory box for all the keepsakes and the pictures and the little gifts that you get from your grandchildren. So this week, happy Mother's Day to me. I've made my own memory box, and you can make a beautiful box for your mom, or even let the children make it for her. And you can even take all the craft supplies to her home on Sunday, and after lunch have the kids and you make a beautiful memory box with her that she can keep and treasure all the little gifts that she gets from her grandchildren. I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson, and I can't wait to create with you next week. If you want to know more about me or the art I do, you are welcome to visit my website or any of my social media platforms. Until next week, bye for now.